When we walk into this homestead, the number 4 is evident in everything. They all insist they have to cook for their husband. Each one of the 4 women is doing what it takes to prepare food they believe goes down well with him, even as darkness slowly creeps in. Meet the co-wives in Rabor village, Kisumu County, whose evening is characterized by this, all with one goal: to make this man happy. 55-year-old Gordon Nyabura Oyoo, a father of 24, but unfortunately 9 children have passed away. He's treated like a king and addressed like one.
Tunaharakisha haraka, mzee kule haraka, halale mapema. Sasa yeye ndiye atapanga vile atakula hiki chakula. Huyu anampelekea yake, mimi nampelekea yangu. Sasa mzee anakuwa na chakula mingi.
Saa 2 hivi chakula iko ready.
Na sipokula yako, hawezi kosa, lazima kule.
He lives big and eats big too. Everything comes in fours, and for fairness, he has to at least test the food cooked by each of his wives. He invites them that they can join in the feast.
Si lazima nikule yote, kwa sababu niko na tumbo moja tu.
As his wives watch him enjoy what they say defines a good wife, I ask him the one question everyone in Rabor is asking.
Na ni kitu gani wewe kilikufanya kutaka kuwa wanawake wengi?
Nilikuwa nataka niishi vizuri.
And living well is being around his women. That's all. In fact, he can hardly remember the year he married each one of them.
Najua wao wanaolewa ndio wanajua wakati unawaacha kwao wanakuja hapa.
Gordon Nyabura Oyoo, or Rasta as people call him here because of the dreadlocks, believes having many wives is the only way to prevent infidelity. And as we talk further, he says he wants to give Kenyans a lesson on faithfulness. According to him, it has nothing to do with the one wife, one husband school of thought.
Kwa hivyo ukitaka kuchukua mtoto mwenyewe usimdanganye. Mwambie hata kama yeye atakuwa mke wa 10, wewe mueleze tewe ni mke wa 10. Akikubali, mkipendana, mnaishi. Wale wanabii wa kale, kuna wengine walikuwa na mabibi zaidi ya 700.
None of his wives is allowed to sleep in this house. It is the official residence of their adorable husband, as they call him.
Pengine wakati unatafuta mtoto lazima uende kwa nyumba. Nafikira wewe umezaa. Wakati ulitafuta hiyo mtoto, hukuenda kwa nyasi.
We step outside to check on the children, and we find them in the house of the 3rd wife. Like their mothers, they live in harmony. I've spent like 4 hours with Oyoo's family today. His 4 wives actually interact like siblings. They're more like sisters. I was surprised at first, but they tell me they like it that way.
Unajua nyinyi wanawake ni kama watoto tu. Yaani watoto wakubwa yenye naweza saidia mtu.
Akizaa wa pili, usifikirie mtakaa wawili.
So like children, he disciplines them. On one corner of his office, as he calls it, are 4 cans. I ask him whether he's taking spare the road, spoil the child too far.
Hata utwangi mtu mzima, unatwanga setani yenye iko ndani yake.
He cannot marry a 5th wife. He's a man of the cloth. It is at daybreak on a bright Saturday morning that we get to have a clear picture. At the center of the homestead is the man's house, while the doors of the 4 identical houses with identical household items face Oyoo's house. The call to head to church will not stop until each one of them gets ready. He wears another hat. the man of God is accompanied by his wives and 13 of his children to St. Lawrence Musanda Holy Ghost Church of East Africa, Rabor branch. He actually donated the land where the church is built. Once inside, each of his children and wives has a role to play. He's the preacher, and they are his flock. After the electric church service, for him, there is no remedy to infidelity.
Ubaya pengine upate mwanamke mwenye na nyanya. Sio mwanamke kama huyo unampatia ofa naenda kabisa. Sio lazima. Hakuna mtu alipigwa na msumali ndiye akae na msichana ya mwenyewe. Ama alichoma na welding.
Two of his wives, the third and the fourth, who are photographers like him, accompany him to Kisumu town to earn a living, while the first wife sells cereals and the second operates a food cafe. As he relaxes outside his house, his four wives discuss what their husband will have for lunch. Judy Kosgei, Citizen TV, Kisumu.